From the harshest deserts to the biggest cities, Breeze Air evaporative air coolers quietly cool the world year after year. Extensive research into cooling of air by the evaporation of water has led to the development of a range of air cooling products which is without doubt the best the world has ever seen. Breeze Air has stood the test of time, providing fresh air cooling in commercial, industrial, agricultural and residential locations worldwide. In houses throughout Australia and southwest USA, chicken farms in Italy, shoe factories in Spain, hospitals in Europe, car factories, workshops, desert camps, warehouses, restaurants, schools, airports, greenhouses, bakeries, offices, and many other locations. Breeze Air products withstand the rigorous demands made upon them. We will now show you some of Breeze Air's secrets and some of the best methods of installation so you too can build your business on Breeze Air. Every Breeze Air cooler contains a powerful centrifugal fan and motor, a water reservoir, a pump, and a set of high-efficiency filter pads. The water is pumped through these hoses into these water distribution plates or spreaders, where it forms a curtain of water which runs down through the filter pads, thereby thoroughly saturating them. As the airflow from the fan passes through the pads, it is cooled because some of the heat in the air is absorbed into the water on the pads as it evaporates. The cooled air is then blown out through the discharge opening and into the room or duct system. The amount of heat which can be removed from the air depends directly on how humid the air is to begin with. The higher the humidity, the less heat can be removed. The heat of the sun, and especially its ultraviolet rays, are very damaging, so a long-life, thermally stable, weather and corrosion-resistant material is needed for the construction of evaporative air coolers, because they spend their lifetime outside. UV-stabilized polypropylene is used extensively throughout industry, from domestic appliances to spacecraft. This is the material Breeze Air chose, and you can therefore depend on Breeze Air to withstand the harshest conditions, as many users have proven over many years of continuous use. The lightweight, double-inlet, one-piece injection-molded centrifugal fan used on all but the largest Breeze Air industrial coolers is fully balanced, is very quiet, and has a unique design. The blades are offset at the center to eliminate drumming noise in the duct system, and the blades have aerofoil cross-section to increase their ability to pump air strongly through the duct system against high resistance and are therefore preferred on industrial and commercial locations. Metal centrifugal fans and axial fans do not possess these features. Breeze Air fan motors are designed and made by Breeze Air specifically to suit the tough environment inside the air cooler. The Breeze Air pump is made in the Breeze Air factory and is designed to never let water get into the motor. The pump features a unique magnetic coupling, so no water can leak past the drive shaft. Many other features make Breeze Air the obvious choice where high performance, reliability and long life are important. Notice the square section stainless steel fan shaft for non-slip maximum torque transfer, and the ball bearings sealed for life. Here you see a unique patented water distribution system which guarantees lifelong full pad media saturation, essential for highest cooling performance. Air discharge can be from bottom, side or top. Available control systems are 2-speed, variable speed, electronic sensor touch and group control of up to 10 coolers from one central control station. To reduce the salt concentration of the water in the cooler, a unique adjustable water bleed device is used. Some water is bled off to waste, thus permitting fresh water to be admitted to dilute the water in the reservoir. This reduces salt building up on the filter pads and increases their efficiency and working life. How can we calculate the right size and quantity of air coolers for each job? There are two methods. Qualified engineers can make a heat load calculation from comprehensive data about the particular project, including building construction, internal heat loads such as machines, people and livestock, glass windows, and desired indoor conditions. From this, the correct model and quantity of Breezair air coolers can be determined. Alternatively, the air change calculation can be used very easily by installers and salespeople anywhere in the world, based on data provided by Breezair. Air changes are very important for evaporative air coolers to maintain comfort levels. Typical rates are 25 air changes per hour in a very dry climate such as Phoenix, Arizona, and 60 per hour in a more humid city such as Barcelona, Spain. It is important to understand that for evaporative air coolers to operate effectively, the total amount of cooled air pumped into the building must be exhausted continuously. When the air is pumped in and exhausted once, that is called one air change. Exhausting of the air is achieved through natural ventilation openings, but may be assisted with mechanical exhaust fans. The Breezair manual provides data about recommended exhaust openings. It is often necessary to employ more than one cooler to cool large areas. Sometimes these are controlled as a group using the variable speed Breezair sensor touch system. In long buildings such as farm buildings or greenhouses, it is better to install multiple coolers along the length of the building rather than fewer coolers at one end, because this would avoid the creation of a cool end and a warm end, or use ducts to carry the air along the building. The volume of air to be cooled is calculated from the floor area of the space and the height from the floor to the air outlets. The air should be discharged at the lowest practical level, but always above the level of the heads of personnel in the space. Always look for a location for the air coolers which is clean and free of dust and pollution. Keep the coolers well clear of other structures so that fresh air can enter the coolers easily. Never recirculate the air from the cooler. Minimum clearances are shown in the manual. Breezair air coolers do not need any protection from the sun. Ducts can be fitted directly to the Breezair coolers, but we recommend that a flexible connection is used to stop the transfer of noise and vibration. Air distribution can be free discharge without ducts, but it is always better to carry the cool air via ducts right to where it's needed. For this, various duct systems are possible. You can use fabricated metal ducts, round or square, insulated if necessary. Usually these ducts are made to drawings especially for the job. Flexible ducts can be used where the ducts are concealed. This type is less expensive and quick to install. In temporary installations and in factories and animal houses, you can use inflatable ducts where straight lengths are possible and low cost is required. In cases where the air coolers are located at high levels, use ducts to carry the air down to where the people are. Sometimes it is not desirable or necessary to cool the total building area. For example, large factories may only need cooling where small groups of people are. Use Breezair to provide spot cooling, which can be very effective and only cost a fraction of the cost of cooling the whole area. During the next 5 or 6 minutes, we'll see 3 examples of the way Breezair coolers are installed in a house, then in a new optical factory, and in a modern tool-making workshop. Flexible duct is used for houses as it is not expensive and it's easy to install. Insulated duct is best for cooling efficiency. The ducts are usually prepared on the ground first. Here, the contractor is cutting the duct to length, and then you can see him doing 3 things. First, you can see him fitting the duct to the square black plastic air diffuser adapter. Now you can see him joining some ducts together, and now you see him fitting the duct to the plastic Y pieces. The joints are sealed with adhesive duct tape. 2 men are now in the house cutting the holes for the air diffusers. One man is cutting the hole and one is holding a special pan to catch the dirt so it does not spoil the floor. The duct is pushed up through the hole and the air diffuser adapter on the end will be flush with the ceiling panel, ready for the diffuser to be clipped on later. The hole on the roof tiles has been opened and is being made ready for the waterproof seal. some of the ducts are carried over the roof and pushed in from the top. Now the water seal made with lead is fitted under the tiles. Every house has one short piece of metal duct called a dropper fitted directly under the breeze air cooler. It is secured by screwing to the wooden roof frame. Checking the level is very important because the cooler will sit right on top of this dropper. The electrical cables are often carried through the dropper to save time. The ducts are connected together in the roof space or attic. That round metal piece is made to connect to the holes in the dropper just by bending the little tabs by hand. All the joints are sealed with tape and checked. The breeze air cooler is easily lifted to the roof after the filter pads have been removed. The electrical cables are pushed through the special hole provided, and the cooler is then placed onto the dropper and attached with self-tapping screws. The bleed-off kit is now fitted into the drain hole with a large plastic nut underneath. The electrical work is now finished and the motor pulley is adjusted to make the motor run at full power. The water supply is being completed and the automatic float valve checked. Any holes in the roof are sealed with silicone. The water distribution is checked and the filter pads fitted. Bleed and overflow water must be piped from the cooler to the gutter. We do not let this water run onto the roof. Finally, the indoor control station is fitted and the job is done. This installation cooled 5 rooms and was completed by 2 men in about 4 hours. On this optical factory, multiple breeze air EA coolers are being installed. Each down discharge cooler is supplied with a polypropylene adapter which clips together like this. The hole has been cut in the roof. The first piece of duct is fitted and sealed. The adapter is now fitted and checked for level and screwed in place. This frame supports the cooler and is assembled with components supplied by Breeze Air. It is attached to the duct under the adapter. With filter pads removed, the cooler is lifted into position and pressed down onto the clips on the adapter. The copper water supply is connected and the bleed-off tray fitted into the hole provided. This job is designed by professional consulting engineers and the standard of workmanship is very high. The electrical and water and drain pipes are all sealed where they penetrate the roof. Large Breeze Air EP coolers are being installed into this tool-making workshop. The hole is cut in the roof and reinforced. The first piece of duct is carefully prepared, lowered through the hole and checked for level. Then partially secured with self-tapping screws. Checked for level again and then secured permanently. Waterproofing of the hole is very important and must be done by skilled people. The large EP coolers require a separate frame to be supplied by the contractor. Inside the workshop, the large plenum air diffuser is attached to the duct directly under the cooler. These large coolers are lifted by crane and sometimes by helicopter onto the roof. The cooler is screwed to the frame and the electrical and water services attached. Note the special vibration-absorbing connection between the cooler and the duct. Waste-water pipes are installed to keep the water off the roof. In every country, installation materials and practices are a little different, and sometimes building construction is different, but the principles remain the same. We wish you every success in building your business on Breeze Air.